This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield and his better half, Marney Winfield.
But they might be talking to you, but they're walking right over to the coffee. Kind of like my cat. When I do a podcast, she just walks across the keyboard. Mm-hmm. Kind of the same thing.
On a mission.
Yeah, she is. Anyway, sorry. Should we start this over?
If you want to.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
It is the 8th of April, 2022. My name's Corey Winfield.
My name's Marney Winfield.
And this is the 217 Recovery Podcast coming to you from the South Studio, home base, and with a new board. And I've been trying to get that dialed in. There's some new sound effects. Like if I was like, oh man, then it bleeps it.
It's the red button too.
Yeah.
How
like,
appropriate.
Oh, shit. That can't even hear it now.
You didn't even say shh.
Well, I didn't, but if I was going to, that's
You
what it was.
just bleeped out nothing but.
Well, I bleeped this, so
Right.
people, if you're hearing it, believe that I said it, okay? But I didn't really. That was probably awkward to see in the studio, like somebody bleeping themselves, but not actually saying the word, just saying the sh and then it. Which I think I just said it.
You did kind of.
Yeah.
Anyway, fun toys.
Yeah, it is fun, and this will be in the studio, the North Studio, aka the office at the Recovery Center, probably soon. So I'm just getting things dialed in, and it is fun. It's fun to play with some toys, and you know, it'll be cool. We'll be able to interview a lot more people there. Mm-hmm. You know, because we just can't have them come walking through the house,
Romping around, pad. Yep.
Trying to do that. Not that we have stuff to hide. It's just, it doesn't need to be done.
We're not like it's in the West Wing.
Yeah, you got to walk through the whole house to get here. Then people trying to use my bathroom and scoping on my smell goods, and it just doesn't need to be. So, yeah, we got some emails from a listener, my mom, and she was talking about how come we didn't do no podcast this week. Mm-hmm. And I told her, well, I'm going to do one from the studio, the North Studio, on Friday, which of course I didn't do. There was a cable that the lady didn't mail to me because I bought it used.
Yeah, you weren't very happy about.
Sorry. Yeah, and I even asked her before I bought the thing. It has the cord that plugs in the computer and it has the cord that plugs into the wall. And she said, yep, has them both. I said, okay. Nope, it doesn't have them both. She sent me an XLR cord, which is the one that you plug. You can plug it into speakers too, but it plugs in the microphone. These things. She sent me one of these cords. Not the cord that plugs into the computer. Yeah.
Well, you made it work, so that's good.
Well, yeah, because we already have one of these, so I just unplugged that one and plugged everything into this one to make sure it works. So I'm like, what else is she lying about? Talking about she didn't use it. Somebody did. But anyway, so yeah, so mom was talking about that, and so I told her I didn't do it yesterday because I didn't want to have it turn into a fest. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to start swearing now. People are like, please do. That button's annoying.
Yeah, they probably will. Huh?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I just
prefer you if you just say the swear word.
Sometimes
opposed to your censor button.
Well, sometimes I just say the wrong thing.
I made a mistake. I swallow my words.
That's what I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we should do guess that drop.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let me play it again.
I made a mistake. I swallow my words.
I know what it is.
All right.
It's Yam Yam.
It is. Congratulations.
Yam Yam from Survivor.
Yeah. He's pretty funny. I know he's your favorite guy.
He is my favorite. He's my favorite. And I never watched Survivor before I met you.
Is that good or bad?
It's fine. I mean, neither here nor there. It's kind of just, I never got into it. I knew what it was. I'd seen it on, I'd probably not watched a whole episode through, but more I'm like, okay, these people but there's a lot of people that get like totally into it. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
I'm kind of into it. I used to be more into it, but now it's just like, yeah. And there's no way in hell I could be on Survivor. I sent in a video again, and it's like, there's no way. First of all, I'm too fat. I'm not going to be trying to do none of that stuff. Like the first episode, if you're familiar with Survivor, just follow along with us. They get to the island, and the first thing they do is to make you run around and like do all kinds of dumb stuff to get a piece of flint, start a fire. Okay, I'm not doing any of that. Like, I'm going to show up at the beach, and we're like, all right, go. And I'm just going to stand there and be like, I'm going to sit over here in the shade. Because people get hurt on that first challenge. I'm not trying to go all out and get hurt on the first day. Like, dude boinked his head and he ended up having to leave. Nah, they get hurt, and I'm not trying to do that. And then I don't eat fish, so I'm not going to try to do none of that. And we were watching it the other day, and they were like jumping up on this. It looked like a skate ramp, and it has like some rope like hung over the side, and you're supposed to jump on the rope and grab yourself up. And I would just take the stairs. Like, there's clearly stairs over there. I'm taking the stairs. What are they gonna do? Disqualify me?
Yes.
Oh damn.
Yes, they would.
Whoop-de-doo. I'm not getting hurt. I'm like Richard Hatch times 10. I'm not gonna get naked or nothing out there, but I'm gonna be the laziest guy out there because I'm not trying to get hurt.
That's probably why they wouldn't want you on, because you're like, I'm not going to follow the rules. Or like, probably not be on Survivor then.
And Jeff Probst are probably like, hey, I thought you didn't work on the first challenge so you could save yourself for this one. And I'll be like, not this one, different one. I'm not trying to jump up there and break my ankle. 270 pounds coming down on an ankle. It's not that good, man. And I'm not going to catch that rope. So let me just take the stairs. They're over here for a reason.
I think it would be fun if I didn't have, like, I don't know how these people can just like walk. I know they get paid for it. Like you told me that even if you don't win the money, you still get paid to be on the show, obviously. So, I mean, that part, but I couldn't walk away from like my life for that. I mean, even though it's
like 28 days or something. It's not that long.
Not to be on. I mean, I could handle, like, you don't like bugs or heat or the elements or sand.
I would go in the water a little bit just to poop, and then I'd be like out. I'd be like, okay, let's get out of here. First of all, I just pooped in there, and everybody else did too.
Oh my gosh. So
serious.
Survivor's out for you. But I love the show, and I love Yam Yam. He's just comical, and I think he's adorable. And he does really well, actually. Like, better than I had thought he would.
Yeah. There's
And
a
he's
woman
funny.
who's in recovery on there too. Carolyn or Sarah. I don't know.
All I heard is she's a drug counselor. That doesn't mean she's in recovery.
Oh, she's in recovery. you know.
I'm just saying.
You know.
She's loony.
Yeah,
she's a little much.
She's out there. And she talks like my mother. She says the same words, like bag. My mom can't say bag. She says beg.
Yeah.
Just get the bag over there. So I think that chick's from Wisconsin or something.
Yeah.
But so that makes kind of some sense. A little Midwest coming out there. But no, I would be the first person on Survivor that they would have to like clearly state what you can't do. In the rules, they're like, hey, here's what you do. Here's the Corey rules. You can't take the stairs. You can't go over here. You can't do that. You can't just hand somebody the stuff. Like, they would have to go through the list of what you can't do. I'd be that guy. So,
but
CBS, you did a good job on not casting me.
It's a fun show we look forward to watching.
Yes, we do. And so that's kind of why we've been so busy. We've been watching Survivor. We couldn't do a recovery podcast. No, you have a graduation coming up.
I know. I do.
You're kind of trying to square things away for your next to last semester.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crunch time. So I'm kind of getting dragged in all kinds of different directions for a bunch of different things between work and my internship and school and this other couple speaking things I'm doing. So
that's awesome.
Just like, what?
217 recovery. I'm always trying to get you to do stuff.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So what's the speaking thing? I got you involved in one of them.
So you essentially volunteered me to do a open talk, just a short open talk on the 20th of this month via Zoom for West End group.
Ah.
So I'll be doing that. It's at 5:30.
I think I've went to that one. It's confusing. Here in Traverse City, there's a West End group and there's a West Side group.
So, yeah.
I think the West End is over by the hospital or something.
I don't know. But it's going to be, it'll be short and sweet. So that's good. And then I have another presentation, keynote speaker for this PCE organization. That's in May, end of May.
And that is like people educating.
Yeah, it's philanthropy for educational opportunities. So it's there's chapters all around the world, I guess. But the state of Michigan has, I don't know how many chapters, like 35 in Michigan, with anywhere from like 10 to 30 members in it.
Okay, so it's an organization in Michigan.
Yeah, it's an organization everywhere.
But they have chapters.
It's international, yeah, but they have they have like state conventions where they have keynote speakers that the chapters of the state volunteer or invite, if you will.
So you're doing the state convention.
I'm doing the state convention.
Okay. They flying you in?
It's flying. No.
You didn't put that in your writer?
No. It's in Troy, so... But it's, they're getting me down there. You're coming down. My mom's going to come down.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's going to be available. You can watch it on Zoom if you like.
Should we fly in and request a pickup at the airport?
From Traverse City to Troy?
Be all bougie?
No.
Why?
Because it's probably just as much of a pain in the butt to fly than it would be to drive there. By the time you go to the airport and get on the plane and then get to it's not even near where we are. It's Troy, so it's probably like 40 minutes from the actual airport. So it'd be kind of pointless. All for the sake of looking bougie, huh?
Yep.
They wouldn't even know we got there on a plane.
Yeah, because we request them to pick us up at the airport.
Oh, they'd be like, no, but we'll pay for an Uber.
Like, we don't do that.
We're not like that. Stop. No, but it's an honor that they asked me, and it's not recovery related, which is kind of cool because the reason why they asked me is because how it started is, see, what happened was I applied for a scholarship for school for reimbursement for some tuition. And it was to write a character statement about, why you were requesting, why you'd be a good candidate for this scholarship, and then, how you were going to use your education for the world or whatever. And, my story doesn't change. So it was a pretty easy write, and they liked it. So they asked me to speak to the chapter here, and then after I did that, then they asked me to speak at the state chapter. So I'm doing, or the state convention. So
to book Marney Winfield, just email Corey at 217recovery.com. You won't have to fly us there. You just got to pick us up from the airport.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's pretty cool that, and this, it's especially when you talk to people and when their story comes from the heart, she's like, well, I'm sure that you're going to want to put together. And I'm like, no, I just tell them it doesn't change. It's the same. It's the same story. Like, I don't need to write it down. We have to write it down because we have to turn it in to have them review it. I'm like, ugh. So now I'm going to have to read off a piece of paper. I have to.
You don't have to.
No, I'm not memorizing it.
It's your story. It doesn't change.
I know, but they had to approve the words that came out of my mouth, so I need to make sure I say it right. Whatever, it's fine. It's only 5 minutes. That thing's only 5 minutes, and the first thing I turned in was like 15. She's like, yeah, we're going to have to shave that down. So,
can I give you one piece of advice and you take it? And I know you didn't ask for it.
Sure.
Okay, when you get up there, and if you've heard the people say, oh, just picture everybody naked. Mm-hmm. Don't do that. when you get up there, take your script and just put it in a ball and throw it away. Just throw it at them. Be like, oh, I didn't have my bleep button ready. F that.
Oh.
And just like, I'm kidding.
No.
Okay, don't do that then.
No, it's an amazing group, and obviously they help a lot of people. And so, yeah, I think it's a great opportunity. And like I said, I'm honored that they asked me. So.
And it's pretty cool. And you said earlier that it's kind of refreshing that it's not a recovery thing. And it's nice to be in front of the recovery community and talk to people like that. But there's going to be people in recovery there.
Oh, yeah.
Guarantee it. But the fact that it's just like you're normal, almost like I'm using air quotes, you're normal again, like not even though you're telling the same story, but you're being invited because of who you are, not who you were.
Sure. Yeah. And I mean, it's interesting because I am used to my, what do you want to call it?
Peers, people, candy.
You're gonna have to edit this, but I'm gonna think of the friggin' word.
People
who watch you, your crowd, audience. Not your crowd, your audience. Thank you. Okay, edit that part. It's really interesting when your audience is not people in recovery, because that's what I'm so used to. So when I was writing this, it's not like anything changed, but you use different words, and there's some stuff that you describe and explain a little bit more so than you would if you were talking to people, a group full of people that are familiar with recovery and addiction and substance use disorder. So, yeah, I'm not going to sweat it. I mean, at first I was like, I don't want to do it, but it'll be fine.
I'm glad you're doing it. It'll be fun for you. Are you nervous at all, or is it too far away?
It's kind of too far away. The only thing I'm nervous about is it's going to be a lot of people. Like, it's going to not be like 10 people.
Take your contacts out.
No.
That we can't see people's faces.
No.
I think that helps me.
You don't wear contacts.
But I don't wear glasses. I just get up there and I'm just like, I can't see these people anyway. Like, I still look at people, but I can't see anything on their face. So it's like, meh. I can really make eye contact with people because I'm not really seeing them.
That's terrible.
It's not terrible. It's a trick to public speaking. Don't see the people.
Okay. Or not facing your fears. I don't know, either one.
I mean, I put glasses on, but then I wouldn't be able to read the stuff up close.
You don't read anything. You throw at them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm proud of you for all that, though. And then you're doing another, you said before it was a quick little thing, but it's a 20-minute little story. And
yeah.
It'll be that 20 minutes will go by quicker than you think, and leave them on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's that show we watched? Walking Dead. They would leave people on a cliffhanger. Just leave them like that. Like, that's my time. Thanks. And then there was that time when it was just the word. That's it. Thanks. Have a good day. You guys finish your meeting.
Most important lesson I learned through all of this is, time's up.
Gotta move on. Sorry. I didn't mean to take up so much of your time. I went over. I'm over right now, so I'm just going to shut up. Have a good night. I'm getting disconnected. Take off.
I'd tell you what, though, if you asked me if I would have been any of these things that I'm figuring out and struggling with time-wise and things that I'm fitting into my schedule, if you asked me about, do you think that anything like that would happen to you in X amount of years from now, like 4 years ago? Nope. Not a chance on earth. I don't even know what you're talking about. So it's a miracle.
Yeah, 3 years ago, you were doing overnights.
3 years ago, I was working overnight shifts. Yep.
The women's house.
Treatment center.
We were doing podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I was unemployed still.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get that COVID money.
Yeah.
Which, COVID was very good to me. Not when I got it, though. I apologize to everybody who, has lost somebody out there with COVID, because it wasn't a joke. Like, at first, I thought, this is just some scam. And then you realize that it wasn't, and I realized it wasn't before I got it, but still, it was just like, but it allowed me to drive people to treatment. it kind of kicked that whole thing off. So I didn't just get the money from COVID, or unemployment or anything like that, and then just blow it in PlayStation 5 or anything. I didn't do that, but it was needed to do what I needed to do to, keep 217 recovery moving forward with what we wanted to do. And no, we aren't.
And it was a time that buses weren't running.
Yeah.
Like
it allowed for that, it's good. I could have just sat back and did nothing, but I did not. I made shirts. Yeah. But we are kind of sort of going to open the resource center to the public, I think on the 17th, and then we're going to have like a grand opening probably in May. Maybe June. I don't know. Like May is so busy.
May is so insane.
Got the UFAM rally on the 18th.
Yeah.
And then there's your graduation, your other speaking thing. There's like 2 or 3 other things in there.
There's the recovery day at Treetops.
Yeah. Yep. And Gaylord. It's not Gaylord, it's Gaylord, Michigan. And then, there's May's going to be busy. So we'll figure it out. We'll see. But pretty excited. And Jay, who I hadn't talked to in forever, had sent me a message. The new NF album came out on Friday. Like I said, it came out on Saturday. Or no, I said it came out last Tuesday or something.
I made a mistake. I swallow my words.
So I swallow my words, and it came out yesterday. It's a great album. And there was a song on there that she listened to, and she thought of me. So she sent me a message saying, hey, I heard this song. And she sent it to me. It's like, I thought about you. I wrote her back and asked her if she's still working in recovery, because I heard she wasn't working at the place she used to. And she said she wasn't, but she's feeling like God's calling her back into it, So I'm like, okay. But she said she still listens to her podcast all the time, which I didn't know that she did. She's awesome. Yeah, she really is.
There was very few people at the treatment center that I went to that I met you at, staff-wise, that I really were inspiring, and you could tell were legit, there for the right reasons and sincere about, their recovery and why they were there. And she's, she was one of them.
Yeah.
Very few people there.
And the people that are serious that work there don't really last long. And I'm not saying anything to my boy Eric. I'm not saying that he's not serious. I'm just saying, the majority of the people, they see the BS going on, they just can't take it. And they're just like, nope, I'm out. We're not trying to make fast food of recovery people. That's not how the industry should work, in my opinion. But she was a good one, man. She still is.
Yeah. She's doing awesome.
Yeah. So mad.
I see her post on Facebook quite a bit. Always good stuff. Always inspirational and very real.
She wrote a blog for us for a hot minute, and I think she just got too busy doing other stuff, and we know how that goes. Yep. We used to write a blog too.
I know.
Yeah. And if you want to write a blog, if you're in recovery and you want to share your thoughts, I'm not going to pay you anything, but if you want a platform to get some stuff off your chest, you think it would be cool, hit me up. I'll let you do that. Doesn't cost us. Well, it does cost us something, but it doesn't matter. We're not going to charge you anything for it.
Right.
We're not making money off you. Just a place for you to throw out your thoughts and maybe help other people in recovery.
Yeah.
Get at me, Corey, Corey, at 217recovery.com.
Yeah.
So I think that is about it today. This is mostly just like a weekly check-in, and I had to explain to my mother why we didn't do one through the week. So there you go. And last week we were like, oh, we did one on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Man, we're going to get this down. And then this week came and it was like, nope.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, is I want, it weighs on you a little bit because, you feel like it was, responsibility. But there's so many other things that we're getting done. It's not like we're, screwing around and,
watching Survivor.
I made a mistake. I swallow my words.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I had to do that one too.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for listening. We have tons of episodes, over 700 of them, 757. I don't know, it's a lot. And was it 2 days ago or maybe today? I want to say it was the 6th. April 6, 2019 was the first time we did a podcast. Pretty sure. So you can go back. If you got the app, you can go on the app and go back to the archives and pull up 2019 and listen to the very first podcast we ever did.
Yeah. And you mentioned that we're going to be kind of opening the doors on the 17th, and definite shout out to our new staff members.
Yeah.
Can we say their names? Probably just first names. Adam and Justin and Mitchell. And yeah, it's going to be, and Tyrone's going to be around on Tuesdays.
Tuesday and Wednesday this week.
Dang.
I know.
That's awesome.
It's nice. It's nice to have him around. I think he had a lot of fun on Tuesday when he was there.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to be there Tuesdays.
Yeah. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a slow start, but patient, everything good takes time. So.
Yep. We'll grow as we need to, and we'll figure it out.
And congratulations to Justin and April for getting married.
Yeah, big congrats.
Big congrats to both of them. And shout out to our moms. And thanks for being encouraging to get us back on tonight.
Yeah. I mean, we were going to do one tonight, but.
I know. Still.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, thanks for listening. Check out the podcast on the app. Go back, listen to the very first episode, and hear me say what I was going to get eventually one day that I have now.
Nice.
It's very cool.
All right.
Yeah, thank you. And check out our website as well, 217recovery.com.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great night.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. We hope you come back for our next episode.